My mom banned my girlfriend of 8 months from Christmas because she didn't want temporary people in family photos. I've been dating Victoria for 8 months, and things are going really well. I've met her family, and she's met mine. We are in the process of moving in together, and I've been saving up for a ring. I want to spend the rest of my life with her, so when my family welcomed her with open arms, I was over the moon. We spent Thanksgiving with Victoria's family and planned to spend Christmas with mine. These were our first big family holidays together, so we talked about where we'd be and who we'd be with for which holiday. Thanksgiving was great, and I love her family, so I was really excited to return the hospitality and looked forward to us spending time with my parents and my siblings. I called Mom to make the sleeping arrangements, and that's when she dropped the bomb. "Michael, honey, I'm so glad you're coming home for Christmas," she trilled in that overly sweet tone she uses when she's about to ruin my day. "But I don't think it's a good idea to bring Victoria this year." "What? Why not?" She sighed dramatically. "I'm just concerned about having temporary people in family photos. I just want to keep it family only, you understand." "Temporary? Mom, we've been together 8 months, and it's a serious relationship." "Well, that's not even a year, sweetheart," she said. "You never know how these things go. It's just awkward when we look back at the pictures and there's someone in them who's gone." I looked at Victoria, who was beside me, close enough to overhear. She had stopped scrolling and was staring at me, eyebrows raised. "You actually mean this?" I asked my mom. Her voice sharpened. "I'm not trying to be mean. It's just the rule. Family only." "The rule? When did you make this rule?" Because it didn't apply to Sarah when she brought 3 different guys to the last 3 Thanksgivings. You let all of them come. "That's different," Mom snapped immediately. "How?" "Well, you know, she's been through a lot, and I didn't want her to feel alone." "So she can bring 3 different guys in 3 years, but I can't bring my girlfriend of 8 months. "Michael," Mom said coldly, "don't make this into an argument. It's Christmas. I just want a nice, peaceful holiday." I clenched my jaw. "Then don't expect to see me." When I hung up, Victoria looked half angry, half humiliated. "She called me temporary?" I shrugged. "I have no idea what this is about. I'm sorry." Victoria shook her head. "It's fine. Really, I don't need to go where I'm not wanted." I hated that. The way she said it so calmly, like she would agree not to go, just to protect me from my own family's insanity. "If you're not wanted there, I'm not going either," I said. "Are you sure?" she asked. "Of course I am. This is our first Christmas together. I'm not going without you, and after the way she's treating you, I don't want to be anywhere near her right now anyway." The next day, I texted Mom, "Hey, since you've insisted Victoria can't come to ours, we're going to spend Christmas with her family this year." It took her 10 minutes to reply. "Excuse me? You're choosing someone you've known less than a year over your own family?" And then came the flood. Missed calls, voicemails, paragraphs of texts. She claimed I was being manipulated, that Victoria was controlling me, that she always knew she'd come between us. And then she switched tactics. "I just don't want you to regret this later, sweetheart. Family is forever. Girlfriends come and go." And then, "Your grandmother will be so disappointed. She was looking forward to seeing you." And finally, "Well, I guess we'll just celebrate without you. I hope she's worth ruining Christmas over." I showed Victoria the messages. She frowned. "That's really heavy guilt tripping." She looked up at me. Are you okay? I'm all right, I said. Mom can be like this. You just have to wait it out and then she'll go back to normal like nothing happened. 2 days later, my sister Sarah called. Hey, she said. Mom told me you're skipping Christmas? Well, yeah, because she said Victoria can't come. Sarah laughed awkwardly. Well, I mean, you know how Mom is. She didn't mean it like that. She literally said she doesn't want temporary people in the photos. Okay, yeah, that's bad, but just come anyway. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. If it's not a big deal, why can't I bring her? Sarah sighed. You're overreacting. You know Mom's sensitive about stuff like this. So we're all supposed to just tiptoe around her feelings while she insults my girlfriend? Mikey, seriously, just let it go. You're being dramatic. That was the thing about Sarah. She always sided with Mom, no matter what. It didn't matter if Mom was in the wrong. Sarah would find a way to make it my fault. I hung up before I said something I'd regret. The next few days were quiet, which meant Mom was plotting something. And sure enough, she had started calling in the rest of the family. My aunts, cousins, even my dad, who's been divorced from her for years, but still gets dragged into her mess at times. My cousin Amanda texted me, Hey, your mom says you're not coming because Victoria doesn't like our family. Is that true? I stared at my phone, frowning. This was the story Mom was putting out there? I texted back, No, Mom doesn't want temporary people in photos. She chose not to have Victoria there, and I'm not spending my first Christmas with Victoria without her. Then a text from my aunt. Michael, your mother is heartbroken. She said you're punishing her for setting boundaries. Boundaries, that's what she called it. Victoria saw my face and asked, What now? She's telling everyone you don't like them, that you're keeping me away from my family. Victoria rolled her eyes. So, in other words, she's making you defend yourself, or I guess defend me, against her version of the story, so nobody's even talking about what she did. I nodded. Yeah, she's rewriting history. It's lying, Victoria said gently. And she's manipulating everyone to try to get her way. That's what this is. She said it softly, sorrowfully, not to hurt me, but to help me acknowledge the reality. I always knew Mom had these traits, that she could resort to these strategies and this sort of drama. No one in my family either saw it or had the courage to put it in plain terms like that. It really made me think about my childhood and my relationship with my mom. Christmas Eve rolled around and we were at Victoria's parents' house. Her mom made cinnamon rolls, her dad was fixing a string of lights. Everyone was relaxed and in good spirits. Seeing Victoria's relationship with her mom again made me reflect on my relationship with mine. My mom was only happy if I was agreeing with her. My phone screen lit up, and I saw the notification. Mom was calling. I ignored it, and it buzzed again and again. Finally, I picked up. Michael, Mom said, are you really not coming? Everyone's here. We saved your seat. Mom, we've been over this. You told me not to bring Victoria. Her tone snapped from sad to sharp. I never said she wasn't allowed. I just said it wasn't appropriate. You're twisting my words. That's not what you said, Mom. You're so disrespectful lately, she complained. You've changed. Ever since that girl came into your life, you're distant, argumentative, cold. I'm setting boundaries, Mom. Boundaries? She repeated, like it was a dirty word. Boundaries are just excuses people use when they don't love their families anymore. I closed my eyes. We're spending Christmas here. I'll call you tomorrow. There was a pause, and then, Don't bother! And she hung up. The next morning I woke up to a group text in a brand new family chat. Mom wrote, Merry Christmas, everyone. Missing someone special this year, but we will continue. I love you all deeply, even those who won't show up for family. Sarah replied with a laughing emoji. Every notification felt like a slap in the face. Victoria looked at me across the breakfast table. You okay? Yeah, I lied. I was angry. I felt guilty and weirdly ashamed, like I'd committed some crime by standing up for myself and my girlfriend. That's the worst part about Mom's sort of manipulation. She makes you doubt yourself, doubt your own take, your own sanity. I didn't reply to the texts. I just left the group chat. Later that afternoon, Mom called again. I didn't want to answer, but Victoria nodded at me. Just pick it up, see what she says. So I did. Mom started with a big sigh. I just wanted to say Merry Christmas, even though you clearly don't care about your family anymore. Mom. No, let me finish, she went on. I know, I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy. I'm the villain who tries to keep her family together while everyone else abandons her. That's fine. I'll get used to it. She sniffled dramatically. I just hope when Victoria dumps you, you'll remember who was always there for you. Mom, I said calmly, you're making this worse. Oh, of course I am. I can't even express my feelings without being accused of something. God forbid a mother cares about her son. I almost laughed from sheer disbelief. You called my girlfriend temporary, you excluded her, and now you're upset that we made other plans? I was protecting our family traditions, she replied sharply. You used to love coming home. You used to care. I still do, I said. But I'm not going to keep pretending that your rules make sense. I'm not going to keep choosing your comfort over basic respect for the person I love. There was silence. And then finally she said, Wow, she's really got you brainwashed, hasn't she? You might never understand this, Mom, but stuff like that pushes me further away. I'm going now. Mom was still arguing when I hung up. Later that night, Victoria's dad turned on a Christmas movie. It was calm and peaceful, but I sat there, half present, half somewhere else. I thought about how for years I'd twisted myself into knots, trying to keep Mom happy. The constant guilt trips, the silent treatments, the I just want what's best for you speeches that were really just power plays. And now, finally, I wasn't playing along. It felt wrong and freeing at the same time. When we paused to refresh our drinks and take a bathroom break, Victoria asked me if I was okay, knowing I wasn't really in the moment. Yeah, I said. It's just weird. It's the first Christmas where I didn't feel like I was earning love. She smiled. Well, you shouldn't have to earn love. Yeah, I agreed. But it also means I don't feel like I am loved by my family because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Victoria pulled me into her arms. They do love you, she promised me. But your mother is... I could sense her hesitating. Well, she's a flawed person and none of this is your fault. On December 26th, I got one more text from Mom. I hope you're happy with your choice. The family noticed your absence. Maybe next year you'll remember who you really are. I sent my reply. I'm happy with my choice. I had a great day. Hopefully by next year you'll see that you excluded me by excluding the woman I love. But until you see that, you won't see me. I blocked my mom after that, and my sister. When family text me about the situation, I explain it the most simple way possible. Mom excluded Victoria, and so she excluded me. I doubt my mom will ever see her fault in this situation, but I don't think I care anymore. I'm learning what family is supposed to look like, and my happiness is no longer dependent on always making someone else happy first. If you enjoyed this reading and want to hear more, please subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. Please hit the like button and check out our playlist of funny stories, stories about unhinged people, or tales of nightmare neighbors. You'll find those lists and many more at our channel. This has been Tales by Rachel, where we breathe life into every story.